Hi everybody, it's Michelle here, your goodness girl with some goodness for your weekend. I am a holistic health coach, as you may or may not know, I don't know. Um, you may have seen me before here, but I am a holistic health coach and I love to help women who are tired of being tired of the emotional eating and of diets that just don't work. What I do is I work with you to teach you lifestyle changes to your habits around health and nutrition, to help you achieve your goals of maintaining your healthy weight, having glowing skin, and just feeling more energy for all the things you have to do. So when you realize that making just simple shifts in the habits that you have had for sometimes many years, it's life-changing. So if you're interested in learning more about that, please go ahead and send me a message here, and I'd love to give you more information. And if you know someone who would benefit from the information I'm giving you, please go ahead and like and share this video. I would love that. Talking about women, and that's my heart because I'm a mom too. The moms and the caregivers of our children have the most important job. There's no one who is more important to a family. The backbone of the family is the mom. So we have a very important job, and one of those jobs is to teach our kids good habits. We teach them good morals, we teach them all the things we want them to know, but teaching them good habits around health is so, so important. The obesity epidemic in this country, of children who even younger than school age that are overweight significantly. So that's such a problem that's setting them up for diseases down the road. And as the moms, we need to take control and teach our children the healthiest habits that we can. So we need to know those habits in order to pass them on to our kids. So I thought today I would talk about healthy snacks for kids because we are getting ready to go back to school really soon. So it's important that we don't just send our kids to school and fuel them on a bunch of sugar and junk. So I wanted to talk about my favorite snacks that the kids love. And let me just say that a healthy snack should really have some protein, some fat, and some carbohydrates, which is a nice balance. If we give them all sugar, they're gonna go to school all wired up, and half an hour later, their head's going to be down on the desk and they're going to be totally unfocused. So we want to set them up to be successful in school and to have good energy that they can sustain throughout the day. So my first healthy snack is hummus. So I'm like a hummus freak and I make it all the time. It may sound like a big deal to make it yourself, but it really isn't. If you just have a food processor, all you have to do is get a can of chickpeas, rinse them real good, and throw them in the food processor with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, a tablespoon of water, and a tablespoon of tahini, which is sesame paste if you haven't used that before. Super healthy, it's got protein. The beans have protein and carbs. The tahini and the olive oil have fat. I also put a squeeze of lemon juice in there and some lemon essential oil or some other, whatever flavor you like. I also sometimes use rosemary essential oil, but that's more for the big people. So for the kids, the lemon is a great one that they love. You can also sneak a lot of healthy things into hummus. So sometimes I'll throw in some roasted peppers, which you can just buy in a jar. I'll put in maybe one roasted pepper, or I'll put in some sweet potato. If I have leftover sweet potato, you can throw some big scoop of that into your hummus blend. You can put in other spices that are healthy, like turmeric, which just makes it a really pretty orange color. It's anti-inflammatory. It's such a healthy spice, but no one really tastes it because you've got a little Himalayan salt, some pepper, some lemon. There's a lot going on in there and it just tastes yummy. So I always serve that with either some healthy whole grain crackers, brown rice crackers, whole grain pita bread, or if they're good veggie eaters, or you want to train them to be good veggie eaters, you can put in the baby carrots or cucumbers or celery. Any of those are great. So that's my favorite snack to serve. You can pack it pretty easily in a small container, put your little veggies or crackers in a separate little Ziploc bag, and it's really portable. So that's one of my favorites. My second favorite has to be anything with nut butter. So apples and nut butter, you can slice the apples, squeeze a little lemon juice on them to keep them from turning brown, and just give your child a little container of almond butter or sunflower butter. There are so many different nut butters available now. If you go into your healthy grocery store, you can find those. Find the ones without added sugar, and that's a great healthy snack because again, you've got your healthy fat, protein, carbs, the apple, the fiber. It's just a really good snack. It's filling. So the fiber and the fat is going to keep you full and satisfied. So don't fall into the trap of going to the store and buying the things like the granola bars. It says healthy or all natural, but most of those are loaded with sugar, sometimes hydrogenated fats that are just not good for our kids. They are very low in fiber typically, so just stay away from those and just try to stick to the real food that's not coming from a package. And you can prepare some of these things ahead of time. I'll just make a big batch of hummus for the week, and I can give that serve that throughout the week. You can cut up your veggies in advance. So there are a lot of ways that you can do this, so it makes it easier during the morning rush. And of course, packing the lunch the night before goes without saying. It's too crazy in the morning to do that and get the kids out to school in time. So another one of my favorites is, I think I'm on number 3. Greek yogurt. You can make your own ranch dip with Greek yogurt. You can put garlic powder, onion powder, dill, parsley, salt and pepper, mix in the Greek yogurt. You can put essential oils in there, whatever flavors that you think your kids will like. If they like ranch, then you can stick with the garlic powder, onion powder, dill, and parsley. That's pretty much the background of a ranch dressing. But if you make it with organic Greek yogurt, and there's nothing else but the healthy spices and the Greek yogurt, at least you know what you put into this meal, this snack. When you buy it in the store, you're going to find lots of different kinds of oils, sometimes hydrogenated, sometimes sugar is added because most packaged food, they want to make it taste good and they know how much we love sugar, so they just add sugar in, maybe high in sodium. So instead of having to read the labels, make a batch of that yourself on the weekend. And then you can send that to school with your child with, again, the cut up veggies, or even as a sandwich spread, you can use that. So it's really healthy. Again, protein, Greek yogurt is loaded with protein. And buy the full fat yogurt. Their little bodies, we all need fat, especially the kids. It's good for their brains. It's just good for their growing bodies. So good protein, just buy it organic, and it's easy to do. You can also do just a yogurt rather than the flavored sugary yogurt. You can send them to school with plain yogurt and then give them little toppings on the side, because they can add their own flavoring. So for example, I did a video the other day on hidden sugar, and so we talked about how yogurts are one of the foods where sugars are hiding, and how we can flavor them as grown-ups. We can flavor them ourselves, but for our kids, like, how fun to have like a little buffet of toppings, little maybe dark chocolate chips. Dark chocolate is actually good for you, so find the highest percentage of cacao in a dark chocolate chip, or even cacao nibs, and that's CACAO, cacao. That's raw chocolate, high in antioxidants, really good for you. So you can send that to school with the kids, knowing that it's a healthy food. But that in yogurt, maybe some berries or nuts, seeds, whatever they like. You can put some healthy toppings in another separate container, and they can just mix it all together. And they love doing that. So that's my next tip. Another one is, I know I'm on the chickpea kick kind of with the hummus, but roasted chickpeas can take the place of nuts, and they do have great protein, but they're just different. So it's fun to make them, easy, and again, it's something you can do in a huge batch at the beginning of the week or over the weekend. And I can put a link to a recipe that I use, but basically it's just tossing, rinsing the chickpeas from the can, or if you've made them fresh, you can just take your cooked chickpeas, dry them off, put them in a baking pan and toss them with some olive oil, and maybe it's only about a tablespoon or so for a can of chickpeas. And then you add whatever seasonings you like. If your child likes spicy, you can put chili powder, you can put cumin, or just salt and pepper. And then you just toss that around and you put them in the oven. I think it's around 350, and then you bake them for a while, and you just toss them periodically while you're baking, and they get real crunchy. So when you take them out, bake them for 30 to 45 minutes until you think they seem good and crunchy. Then take them out and I serve them like nuts in a dish, but real easy to pack for a kid's snack at school. And again, great protein. So that's another great idea for a snack, and we like them too. So I might give them to the kids, but I love eating them for my own snack. The last idea that I had for the kids is, what is it? I forgot. Trail mix. Okay, so talking about nuts, replacements for nuts. I have a child who's allergic to nuts, so the chickpeas are a great substitute for that. But you can make your own healthy trail mix. And so go by what your kids like. Do they like sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds? You can buy them roasted and salted. In Trader Joe's has a great selection. You can buy the dark chocolate chips. So you can put in almonds, cashews. You can put in, watch the dried fruit, because if you put too much dried fruit, you're getting high in sugar again, and we don't want to sugar them up, but we do want to just give them good protein, so that if they have a little sugar in there, like some raisins or some dried cranberries, that it's going to be balanced out by the protein. So, hi Jody. So that's another great way. So and again, it's another thing you can make in a big batch. So that's a great snack to send to school. So again, moms, we have an important job to do. Learning the healthy lifestyle habits ourselves is absolutely necessary, but passing them on to our kids, like what better gift to give to your kids than the gift of knowledge about health and how to maintain a healthy weight throughout their lives, and developing those habits that are going to stick with them so that they're not struggling to change their habits once they've gotten older and they've got, weight issues, or they're pre-diabetic or something like that. We want to teach them now, while we can still mold them and teach them the healthy habits that are going to last them a lifetime, and a good long lifetime, because they're going to be healthy. So again, if you like this information and you can think of someone that you know who could benefit from it, please go ahead and like and share this video. If you would consider working with a health coach on your own lifestyle habits and making some changes so that you can feel better, more energy, maintain a healthy weight, have glowing skin, and just be healthy, please go ahead and send me a message or visit my website, goodnessgirl.com. I love sharing these tips with you. I hope that was helpful. I'm also going to put a link to a lunchbox idea that I like. If you haven't heard of a bento box is a great way of, it's almost like, I hate to say TV dinner, but it's like compartmentalized like that, where you can put different snacks into the different compartments, and some of them are even leak proof and spill proof, so you can put all kinds of things in there and it stays until they open it. It stays just as is. So you can serve them lots of little goodies in one little tray that they can carry to school. So I'll put a link to that in the comments below here. So again, I've enjoyed bringing these tips to you. If you like this video, please go ahead and share it, and I will see you the next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.